Hello, my name is David Pfrimmer. I'm the Principal Dean at Waterloo Lutheran Seminary. And I'm very grateful for you to take a few moments to learn more about the possibilities for you at Waterloo Lutheran Seminary for your academic career, for your vocation in the world, for your future. So thank you for joining us, and I hope that you'll find the next few moments inspiring in terms of your life and your future.
Canada has changed, and so our school has changed over the years. We have grown into a school that not only continues to train Lutheran clergy, but we are also have a very diverse student environment. We represent 7 different Christian traditions and 3 different non-Christian traditions within the student body.
The students have a lot of energy. They bring the energy to the class, and I find it's just a real dynamic place. I teach theology, so one of the questions we're always asking is, how does what we believe impact the way we live in the world? And when I see the students take that question and run with it, it's really an exciting place.
There is a saying back home in India that if you want to build a boat or a ship, you don't just gather up people to collect wood, make them into planks, and then assign them tasks. Instead, you instill in them the longing for the endless immensity of the sea. And that is what we do here at the seminary. We strive to instill in our students the longing to learn more, to probe, to ask questions. And that is, we try to provide an ambience where they can develop attitudes and postures to ask questions. And we hope that in that dialogue, hopefully, they will come up with the answers that they're looking for.
I think we offer a very interesting, diverse learning context for students who come to our school. This all contributes to a very active, engaged, lively conversation in class, which as a professor I really appreciate. Students are willing to bring their personal and professional experience into conversation with what they're reading, with the input they're getting in class, and it allows them to critically think about what they have learned previously and how they integrate that into what they're currently learning.
The Spiritual Care and Psychotherapy program, which I'm a part of, is an in-depth understanding of psychotherapy and spiritual care. So if they're going into a counseling or a chaplaincy practice, it would be very important for them to look at the depth of understanding of the human being that they're going to be a part of.
So what school gave me is that school has prepared me that, okay, know those skills. How can help people in counseling? How can you disagree with people at the same time you can help them? You don't need to agree with everything others are doing, but still you can offer your support, help, and sympathy, and make them be part of their wellness. And those skills were very necessary for me.
The school has been a tremendous asset in empowering me with the ability to continue in my ministry, to grow in my ministry, to counsel me in my ministry, and to carry that ministry out into the street and to help other people.
The school supports my faith in just giving me a heart-centered approach to living, in giving me a way that what's important for me is just having an academic setting that also allows me, when I'm writing papers, when I'm talking to profs, to not feel like I have to hide or ignore some of my spiritual values. In that way, it really helps me just maintain my faith in a balanced way throughout what I'm doing, instead of having to kind of tuck it away while I do my academic work, which is, I think, a lot of other programs require.
People don't just find a job, but they find their life's work, what it is they want to invest their life in, and how their sense of spirituality, their commitment of faith, motivates them to do something to make a difference in the world, whether it's one life at a time, one community at a time, or in the much bigger global scene. Well, I think you've heard about a lot of the changes. There are big changes these days in among universities in Ontario and across North America, and there are huge changes coming to theological schools across North America. We had a student come a number of years ago, and he said, there's all sorts of women here. I said, well, yes, there are. He said, well, this is a seminary, though. He said, I wasn't prepared for that. His view of a seminary was in the Roman Catholic tradition, where a seminary was just men. Some people still have a very traditional view of a Lutheran seminary. It's just a place to train pastors. We will train pastors for the future. That's going to be part of our core mission as a school. But we're also going to prepare a lot of other leaders for service in the world, to be able to exercise what we might call global citizenship as a person of faith. And to do that, we want Waterloo Lutheran Seminary to reflect the kind of hospitality that people see this as a school for them. And so the Board of Governors, wrestling with this question, talked to people from various parts of the church, various academic communities, from different schools, from the wider community, and recommended that we change the name of Waterloo Lutheran Seminary to Martin Luther University. Now, the reasons for that are quite simple. One is we wanted to capture the legacy, the Lutheran legacy that created this school. And remember that Waterloo Lutheran University and the seminary were in fact the founding institutions, not only for Wilfrid Laurier University, but in 1959 also led to the creation of the University of Waterloo. There are now almost 50,000 students that are studying in Waterloo from those early beginnings. So that's a very important contribution. All this means, though, that the name we have for Waterloo Lutheran Seminary doesn't quite fit anymore. We're not a traditional seminary. So Martin Luther University, I think, reflects that deep commitment to the wider vocation and mission we have as people of faith and the great hope we have for this new school. And I think it'll be an exciting thing, and I'm looking forward to the day when I can say, welcome to MLU, Martin Luther University.